everyone. Today, here I am with Dr. Indira Nityanandam asking her a couple of questions about one of the books that she has written, Through the Looking Glass, where she is co-author. So, Indira ma'am, first of all, how are you and welcome?
Thank you so much.
So, Indira ma'am, if your stories often end with quite powerful, but on a note of dignity. Do you think quiet strength is often overlooked in storytelling and often in life as well?
Yes, loud and brash. That's not my cup of tea. I do believe in that quiet dignity. As for writing, as in life, I think it's getting to be less and less today. So I keep it up. I believe in it.
So, Indira ma'am, describe your co author's writing in one sentence and no compliments allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Direct, no padding, no beating around the bush. That's how she writes.
And now, here I have Dr. Shubha Nagam, who has co authored Through the Looking Glass. So, Shubha ma'am, tell me, if your stories had a background score, what genre of music would be playing beneath it?
You mean in the background?
Yeah.
Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony,
Okay.
all the scores of Sound of Music, and definitely, certainly, the Jugalbandi of Hari Prasad Chaurasia and Zakir Hussain, one on the flute and the other on the tabla.
Oh, I love it. My second question to you would be describe your co author's writing in a sentence. And please, no compliments allowed.
All right, okay, that's difficult. I think she is, young at heart, but senior in age, has seen so much of the world. So I see in her writing a desperate attempt for teaching sensitivity and sympathy, humanity to this world.
Definitely, I would not argue with that. So, Indirama, if Dr. Shubha gave you a story prompt and said, you can't write that kind of ending you usually do, what do you think would come out?
Well, a story would come out, but it wouldn't be mine.
If you had to rewrite one of Dr. Indira's story from your own lens, which would it be? And how would your version shock us?
Oh, well, uh, first of all, let me tell you, Janvi, very clearly that none of her stories can ever be rewritten because they're already written so well. But still, there is one story that she has written, both of us have written on that theme, of course, but there's one story which shows the relationship between a very delicate relationship between parents and the child. And the child unfortunately leaves the house and goes away, runs away in a moment of aggression or whatever. And then the parents find him in a sweet shop after years and years, and then the reunion happens. Now, though basically it is a very emotional story and it touches your heart to the deepest core, yet if I was to rewrite that story, I would have definitely shown the son as not returning back to his parents. If he had made a decision to run away, he should have suffered for it. So that's my take.
In one of your stories, you took a morally grey character and gave them a deeply humane ending. What drew you to show that side? And were you ever tempted to give them a harsher fate?
Oh, well, this is a slightly complicated question, Janvi, I must say. But then, yes, there are at least two stories that come to my mind which I have written and which exactly suit this description. A morally grey character who has got, well, a humane ending. Why I have done this or what prompted me to do this is because you see, unfortunately, even today, we think only in compartments, in categories: good, bad, right, wrong, correct, incorrect. Life is never like that. Life is fluid. And life does not have everything which is black and white only. That's point number one. So that is the reason why maybe a slightly immoral sounding character is presented in slightly humane terms. That's number one. Number two, more importantly, how do I put this? To paint them in more harsher terms, yes, I was tempted to do that. Because life around us is not fair. It's pretty unfair, pretty cruel, if I can call it that. But then you see the deep seated humanity, the deep seated need to let people look into the humaneness of characters, I think overtook that temptation. And that is why I did not show these characters in even more harsher terms than I could have.
What's one word you would use to describe your storytelling style?
Can I have two, please? Intense and sensitive.
Did either of you ever read the other's version and think, no, 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 that's not how it should end? Indira ma'am, please answer this.
You want me to honestly? Oh, yes. Almost in 50% of the stories.
Now, Shubha ma'am, please.
Yes, there were a few stories where even I thought that no, this should not have been the end. Sometimes I felt that it should have been on the positive side, and sometimes I felt, "Arey, thoda zyada positive ho gaya." Maybe a little negativity would have charmed me a little more.
So, do you think stories, like people, can ever be truly objective, or are all narratives inherently biased?
That's a slightly difficult question, if I may first answer, Indra ma'am. Stories can never be objective completely. They are subjective because they're based on subjects, they're based on characters, people around us, neighbors, relatives, students, friends, teachers, peer group, people you don't like, people you do like. Biases, yes, biases do creep up. For instance, if you're fond of dogs as pets, you can't really show a very villainous dog. It's difficult. So biases do creep up. And again, biases creep up because you're not being objective, you're being subjective. Thank you.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts, Indira ma'am?
I wish to disagree. I think the word biased is a very, very strong word.
Yeah.
Yes, every writing is colored by the writer's own philosophy,
True.
positive, negative, good, bad, what have you.
True.
Is empathy the hidden theme behind all 40 stories, even when the endings are painful?
You could say that. Don't you think it's essential? Whatever you read, whoever you interact with, I think it's empathy which makes us into good human beings. And that's what I would like to be, and hopefully make my characters too.
What about you, Shubha ma'am?
Well, Janvi, I think, you see, I remember one of my professors way back in my college. To whom one day I was complaining that XYZ does not teach very well, is not very interesting in class, etc., etc. ऐसे teachers को क्यों रखते हो? So that professor taught me a very important lesson of life, that learn from her or him, whatever, how not to teach. So when our stories, on all the 40 of them, on 20 themes, many of them have ended well, very painfully, yet it is teaching humanity to the others. Maybe in the case of one character, it might have ended painfully, but at least we are learning a lesson out of it. So, empathy definitely is the underlying theme.
If you could leave a note for your readers to slip between the pages of this book,
Okay.
what would it say? Shubha ma'am?
Huh. To my readers, not only in this book, but through all my stories, I have always tried to say only one and one thing: celebrate, worship, and revere, respect only and only humanity. That is the biggest and the greatest religion on this earth. So please look for humaneness, try to learn some humaneness out of all these 40 stories.
Oh, beautiful. Indira ma'am, what would you say?
I've got three words: read, enjoy, and don't judge.
Perfect.